Hello, and welcome back to the Compassionate Curiosity Podcast, a space where we explore the messy, beautiful, challenging project of being human. I'm your host, Rachel, and for over a decade, I've supported thousands of women on their well-being journeys as a family nurse practitioner, Peace Corps health educator, wellness coach, and yin yoga and meditation teacher. And I help women break free from the exhausting cycle of never feeling good enough in their bodies without having to lose weight or fix themselves so they don't waste another year feeling depleted, disconnected, and drained from the pressure to look a certain way. And here in this space, we dive into the stories we carry about our bodies, stress, and self-worth, sharing tools, reflections, and lived experience to help you soften the pressure, reconnect with your body, and create more space in your life to breathe, rest, and just be. All guided by curiosity and grounded in compassion. And if you're not already following the show, my dear, I invite you to take a quick second to hit follow so that you never miss a new episode. And I am so grateful to have you here with me today. Happy New Year to you. And however today finds you, whether you're energized and inspired or still waking up slowly, or maybe even feeling pressure already to do differently, this is your space here to just breathe, to pause with me here. Because New Year's Day tends to carry a lot of expectation, right? New habits, new goals, new body, new mindset, new you. We're told directly and indirectly that a new year means a new, better version of ourselves. There's nothing wrong with wanting change in your life, but the energy behind that change matters. Change rooted in improvement says fix yourself, which is fueled by the belief that who I am right now isn't good enough. And why is that an issue? Well, because it creates pressure, urgency, self-criticism, shame, and that puts our nervous system in a constant state of evaluation, never at ease, never at rest. And when we live from that place, we don't grow, we brace. We don't expand, we contract. We don't meet ourselves, we manage ourselves. Improvement demands correction. Growth invites connection. Improvement says, change so you can be enough. And growth says, you are already enough, and from there can explore what's possible. So if improvement is about fixing, discovery-based growth is about knowing. Change rooted in discovery says, know yourself. It comes from slowing down instead of speeding up, from curiosity instead of critique, from turning toward yourself and not away. It feels spacious. And true growth comes from that second place, from exploring, listening, understanding, discovering. So today, I don't want to talk about how to become a better you. I want to talk about meeting yourself as you are, right here, right now, and what becomes possible when you shift from self-fixing into self-understanding and self-discovery. And for today, we're actually going to do our grounding practice a bit later on because it aligns well with a reflection practice we'll be doing. So for now, I actually just want to invite you to place your hands together and just take a deep breath in through your nose and let out a long, full sigh through your mouth. And we'll do that one more time. Wonderful. Thank you. So let's look at why we tend to jump to fixing, like why it feels so compelling to go there. Most of us were raised on improvement. Be more disciplined, be more productive, be thinner, be calmer, be more confident, be better. We learned early on that worth is something we earn through performance, through appearance, through success. So naturally, When a new year comes, many of us think, what do I need to fix? How do I become more or less of something? So that's conditioning. It's protective. It's the nervous system trying to control uncertainty. If I improve enough, maybe I'll feel safe. But here's the thing, fixing is fear-driven. Discovery is love-driven. One contracts and one opens. One says, you are not enough yet. The other says, I'm curious about who you already are. So what if instead of self-improvement, this year was about self-relationship? Not what do I need to fix about myself, but what is asking to be understood in me? What part of me needs presence as opposed to pressure? How can I meet myself with more gentleness than last year? The truth is, you're not a machine that needs upgrades. You're a living, breathing, feeling being. And change rooted in compassion sustains longer than change rooted in fear ever will. And I will tell you, this shift from fixing to discovering was an absolute game changer for me. When I stopped asking, how do I do better? How do I improve myself? And instead started getting curious about the me that already exists, asking, who am I right now and what do I need? My whole relationship with myself softened tenfold. I started hearing myself instead of policing myself. I started tending to my needs instead of overriding them. The pressure eased. The war inside quieted. There was space to breathe again. And I've had the honor of witnessing that same thing happen with the women I work with. The moment they trade perfection for presence, they don't collapse, they expand. When they stop forcing, stop trying to earn their worth, and instead begin meeting themselves, little openings appear. Space, safety, self-trust, compassion. And this is by no means an overnight deal, my dear, but is instead something that happens steadily, little by little, like something unfolding from the inside out. And so, what if this year, instead of resolutions, which often come with urgency, pressure, timelines, and the assumption that you need to be different, what if we tried intentions that honor the pace of your body and the truth of who you already are? Not how do I fix myself, but how do I meet myself? How do I want to relate to myself this year? How do I want to feel in my own company? And so I want to share with you here a few possible intentions you can experiment with as you move into the new year. The first one is, I choose curiosity over self-criticism. This is supportive because curiosity keeps the heart open, while criticism shuts it down. Curiosity says, what's here, not what's wrong with me. And that shift alone can change your entire inner climate, the way you speak to yourself, the way you relate to your own humanness, how safe you feel in your body. Another intention might be, I will listen to my needs instead of overriding them. The body whispers first, then raises her voice. Restlessness, exhaustion, hunger, desire, emotion, these are not inconveniences. They are valuable messages. They are communication. And so may this intention be a doorway to learning your own language. Another intention might be, I allow myself to change at the pace my nervous system feels safe. Meaning, I don't rush myself into transformation. I move toward growth only at the pace my body can hold. Growth not through forcing, but through noticing and presence. I honor my capacity. Because slow and conscious isn't failure, that's integration. Something that's not rushed, not forced, not better by February. Change that is real comes from safety, not urgency. From understanding, not upgrading. from connection, not correction. And the last one you might try out is I practice treating myself like someone I care about, someone worthy of patience, someone deserving of gentleness, someone allowed to be fully human. And may that be a reminder that you are not a problem to solve or a machine to optimize. Again, you are a living, breathing, feeling human being, discovering yourself, loving yourself, coming home to yourself again and again. And because these intentions aren't just things we think, but things that we experience, I want to take a moment to drop into the body together, to feel into what this year might hold from a space of presence, and to give your body a chance to respond to those possibilities. And so I want to guide you through a short reflection here to do that. And so if you are safe and able to right now, I invite you to make yourself comfortable. And feel free to pause this to do that, or come back to this when you're in a space to receive this. And so once you're feeling comfy and supported, gently close your eyes. And then place one hand on your heart or your belly. And take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. And let out a long, slow exhale through your nose. Seeing if you can make your exhale longer than your inhale. And do this 2 more times at your own pace. And just feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest or belly as you do this. And then let your breath settle into the rhythm it's at right now. And let's check in. So ask yourself gently, what is alive in me right now? Sensation, emotion, whatever's here. Just noticing. And then ask yourself, what part of me is tired of being fixed? Maybe it's the inner critic. Maybe it's the high achiever. Maybe it's the scared part that thinks love has to be earned. I invite you to welcome it. You do not have to change it. Just see if you can meet it. And then ask yourself, what would shift if I believed I didn't need to improve to be enough? What might grow naturally if I stopped trying to force change? And let the answer come slow through your body. Let it be imperfect. Let it be raw. Let it be real. Let it be. And one final question. How do I want to feel in my relationship with myself this year? Hold that answer gently, like something sacred, because it is. And let's take one more deep breath in through the nose. And let out a long, slow breath through your nose. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes and coming back to this space. Thank you so much for joining me in that. And as we wrap up here today, and as you step into this new year, may you release the belief that you need to be fixed. May you remember that you are allowed to grow without abandoning yourself. May your changes be rooted in compassion, curiosity, and truth. And may you choose presence over perfection over and over again. And if today's conversation resonated with you, I invite you to share this episode with someone who might be starting the year feeling the weight of self-improvement. And for you, save this episode and return to it whenever you need this gentle reminder, whenever that inner critic gets super loud, whenever you find yourself forcing or comparing. And if you want support in building a more compassionate relationship with yourself this year, I am here to walk that with you. And to make that feel a little easier and a little more supported, I'm opening a limited number of free chakra clearing sessions this month, which is a gentle, energetic reset to help you release what's heavy and make space for what's wanting to unfold. And so if you want to start the year with clarity and lightness, and this feels like it may be supportive to you, check the show notes below as to how to connect with me to get that scheduled. And thank you again so much for joining me here today. And I wish you a happy, compassion-filled New Year's Day. And until next time, my dear, may you know that you are not alone. I am here with you. May you be guided by curiosity and grounded in compassion, sending you love, light, and gratitude today and always.